Alright, so for the next few trays, I'm going to be adding oil and salt. I'm going to be quiet so that I can run this on fast forward so that you can just see how quickly I can do this.
Welcome to Healthy Vegan Living!
Okay, so the first thing we need to do is we need to get some oil. I like to use organic extra virgin olive oil. This is Members Mark, and it was purchased at Sam's Club. The first thing you need to do is you need to just pour some, I'd say a couple tablespoons. I'm not measuring it. The next thing you need to do is you need salt. This is Himalayan sea salt that's in crystal, and I'm grinding it from this salt shaker. We'll start with this tray. Now, what of this tray would you use for your party? You would only use the full circle ones. These half circles, these little orange things, these yams there, those are going to be for you. You're going to use the pristine pieces for your party. Now, how are you going to do this? You're going to put in your brush like this, and you're just going to put a very light coat on the top. Remember, they're potato chips, and most of these things are fried. So what we're doing is we're baking them in the oven. So let me show you the rutabagas one more time. Okay, so you take your oil, and you can carry your dish with you, and you're trying to put the least amount of oil that you can get away with. But you do want to make sure that you get the oil on there. Is this low calorie? No, it is not. Because you're putting all this oil on top, you're not frying this, you're baking this. All that oil is going to add to your calorie count. But then it's a party, you know? You're not supposed to be really worried about calories on a party. You're supposed to just be enjoying the unusual potato chips that Gary brings to his parties. You're not doing the other side yet. What you're going to do now is you're going to salt it. And I'm just putting on just a little bit. Well, it looks like a lot. So that tray is ready to go in the oven. The oven starts at 350 degrees. It's going to take a few minutes to start. So here it starts. And I'll show you what happens next. Okay, so the oven's at 350 degrees. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to use the thick ones. The trays that are the thickest. Sorry, I'm going to use these rutabagas. Probably should put it that way so I can grab it with the mitt when I'm ready. Use this tray too. Oh no. We're going to use the red potato tray because they're really thick. Put this on the bottom. Go to your timer. Make sure you put in 10 minutes and start it. Now while I walk the dogs, this will be getting cooked, and I'll come back and flip it and I'll show you how I do it. Alright, so the timer has just rung. Alright, and then get yourself an oven mitt. Now what I've done over here is I've opened the butcher block so I have a place to put this in. I'm going to grab the first tray, lay it on top, and grab the second tray, and I'm just going to close the oven door. So this is what it looks like. This is the second tray. Now it's kind of time to evaluate. Okay, I don't think they're going to need more oil, but we're just going to flip them over. Now this is rutabaga. It's not a potato, and mostly potatoes are made of chips. Sometimes I like to do this on top of here is salad seasoning. Okay, and we're going to on the oil side a liberal amount of this on top. So when I flip it, it'll still be there. Okay, then I flip it over. Now you don't have to do this. It's just something that I do once in a while to give the chip a little bit of a zang. So I'm going to flip all of these, and I'm only doing it on this one tray. And at the party, I'll pay attention and see if our people like it. Now I like it this way because I like spices. I like all kinds of spices on my vegetables, especially my rutabagas. Now this one's ready to go back. So for right now, on this one, this is the red potatoes with a few hams. So I'm going to use this, and we're just going to flip them. Going to flip them all. Try to stay in one area. Okay, so you don't. And you can see when you flip them, you have that oil look from the paper, and it gives you an idea that you have flipped it. See? So just go through and do this. Okay, we're going to put it back in the oven for 10 more minutes. This time I'm alternating. I used the top rack for the rutabagas last time, and this time I'm using the bottom rack. Okay, so we'll see you in about 10 minutes and we'll see what happens. Alright, this Colonial Kitchen salad seasoning is 4.4 ounces. I got it from my mom. Don't forget to reset your timer like I just did. So instead of 10 minutes, I'm setting it for 9. Well, the ringer just rang. So turn that off. Open the door and let it vent, because we don't want to have a hot face. Now, take the bottom rack first. You see how the chips are kind of like little flying saucers? Okay. And take the top rack next. And then we're just going to lay them on top for a minute. So we're just going to look at them. And they're a little limp. So we're going to flip them over. But they are crisping up. And this is the experimental rutabaga that you're going to test on your friends. I'm just going to flip these all over. See now, this one here, you can see, it's a little crispy. That's what you're looking for. You don't really want it to pucker up like that. Okay, so we're going to grab this tray and put it to the side. Now, so far we have 20 minutes into this. And then with more time consuming, you flip these all over. It's going to go back in there for another 10 minutes. And then we're going to reverse the rack. So you see it's on the bottom rack. And then the rutabaga is going to be on the top. Okay, so this is the 30-minute timer, so we're going to turn that off. Okay, so this is the second set. This is at the 30-minute mark. What I've done is I've flipped all of these over so that the oil has a chance to dry a little bit better. and we're just going to just continue doing this. These are cut much thicker, so it's going to take a lot longer. I just tested one and it tested really good. Not crisp, not dry up, but crisp. Now this one is perfect. You can see it's a lot like a chip. It's tight and it tastes good. So what we're going to do now, we're going to flip. This one is a chip basically. We're going to flip all these guys over. I'm going to try one of these and see what it tastes like. It tastes a lot like a potato. It's still not a chip because in the center it's soft. Would it work? It probably would work. But I think what we need to do is we're going to add another 10 minutes to this one and check it again. And just check this little piece here. And that one was dry. But it was a lot thinner. It was a smaller piece. So, the small little pieces are perfect. I'm eating the product. So I think this is a winner. You can use this for your party. But if I am on my, this is at 30 minutes right here, and it's going to be going in for another 10 minutes. So that'd be like 40 minutes. But when you cook a baked potato in the oven, it takes time too. So that's another way you can look at it. And this is all natural. So probably when I do the really, really thin ones, they'll probably be perfect.
If you like this channel, please subscribe. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Thank you for watching.